sides of developing systems, and the third is going to be the natural laws. Natural laws are everywhere in the universe, and over 250 of them have been discovered. And if you'd like to do yourself a favor, go to thevisionproject.net, thevisionproject.net, and you look under the DNA of life, and you're going to see a lot of videos. Once you get there and see them, some of them are 6 minutes or 8 minutes or 10 minutes, you'll see once you're done with those, at the end, you're going to see an opportunity to take a survey or dig deeper. If you want to go deeper, you can. That's the system that's available to you. It's not just what we're doing here today. It's thousands of hours of resources available to you at no cost, just to watch those and start developing those in your own business. There's two natural laws in terms of developing systems, the importance of developing systems. And one of those natural laws is called the roller coaster principle. How many people have ever taken a roller coaster ride? Right? Okay. And a roller coaster in business is the way everybody starts, unless you have like millions of profitable investment, and you just don't plan on doing much of the business yourself, and somebody else is going to run it for you. But what their experience is going to be is this: it's going to be a whole lot of effort. Right? I mean, I see Alan, I see people that are running their business, Jerry, everybody's nodding their heads, right? It's a whole lot of work and very little results, if any. Yep. It's a lot of frustration. It's, why am I doing this? And this uphill, you're just think, what, I've got to quit? This is stupid. And yet it's worked for other people, it's got to, well, maybe done. All these things go on this roller coaster. And we're putting in all this time and energy, time, talents, treasures, trust, truth, and we're just building, and we're getting so very little of it, and then suddenly we reach the peak, and all of a sudden things start to work. And we're not necessarily working as hard as we perceived we were at the very beginning. And we're getting what we perceive to be a little more results for the work we're putting in. We're not really. All we're really doing is reaping the benefits of the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months, right? But what happens is we start, finally, I get to ride that crest on the way down. Things are going well, sales are coming in, people are coming, hey, this is great. And then all of a sudden the ride gets a little slower. And we realize, I better start to get back to work at a little higher level. Not as high as, but then you realize, wait, I've got to start going on the uphill climb again. I got lazy. I was stupid. I was sloppy. I was undisciplined. Oh my gosh, I got to take this again? And we're just like, why am I doing this? Roller coaster principle. Systems help level out the roller coaster principle that we're talking about. It's really important. The systems help you combat the roller coaster principle because they smooth out the wave during those efforts that you have. They make the wave more consistent. That's why we have to trust the integrity of the system. Let me give you an example of trusting the integrity of the system. Mark and Rosanna have been married for 30 years now. Did I get that right? Going on 31. And for a very long time in their marriage, because there's a system for everything. There's a system for everything. Even maintaining a good marriage. And they have had every Friday night for how many years now?
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years, every Friday night is date night. Every Friday night. A number of years ago, Mark took Jonathan to Africa. Rosanna was home. That Friday night, did they have their date night? Yeah.
I was about to say, if he was smart,
they did.
he would.
And what did they do? Well, he called Rosanna and said, let's rent the same movie, watch it at the same time, and during that movie, called each other a couple, 2 or 3 times during that.
No.
The integrity of the system, right? You start missing 1 date night, you start missing 2 date nights, you start missing 5. Pretty soon, okay, well, let's go have a date night. Well, if you feel that way about it, maybe we should have one of, no, I really want to have a date night. Well, the tone of your voice doesn't tell me that you really want to have a date night. See, there's a system for everything now, right? That's why it's so important to stay consistent, and that's why the roller coaster principle, we can help you overcome that with the systems that we have here. There's another principle in every business, and it's called the cluster principle. The cluster principle. The cluster principle states that everyone you know right now knows between 3 and 9 other people looking for the same services or the same products as you or someone else you know. 3 to 9 other people. So once you make a sale to someone, it's not just selling that person, right, because you've identified the target, right? It's not just the pre-sales, which moved that lead to conversion of whether it was a conservatory or whether it was a business partner, or then that's the sale. And then you're servicing them, and you're turning them into a profitable partner and a client for life, right? Okay, now you're going back to the top again and identifying targets. Before you do that, maybe what you ought to do is look at the clients you already have that are your best clients, and maybe develop and deliver a message specifically to them that says, is there someone you know that has expressed an interest in the services that you are already enjoying? I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to say that, but something to that effect, going back, because there's 3 to 9 other people. And you know what? Don't even wait for the sale to take place. As you're developing clients, the cluster principle states that you can even, as you're developing leads, start to develop 3 to 9 other of the same people. Like what Mark said, look for that elephant in the tree, right? Well, maybe there's more than one elephant in the tree, as absurd as that sounds, right? And maybe the personality styles and the personality mastery will help you identify those targets quicker, so that as you identify clients, you're not just identifying 1s and 2s, you're identifying 3s, 6, and 9s. Each time you go out to do that, now your business is growing exponentially, because what systems do primarily, the systems you have in your life right now, have let you have the stress you have, the money you have, the time you have, and the life balance you have. And if any one of those 4 things is out of whack, look at the systems that's going to help you have more money, less time, less effort, less stress, and better life balance. And wouldn't it be crazy if what you're doing, you could actually share the system with somebody else, even if they're not a sales client? Maybe another partner, maybe somebody else you know, because as you're developing this system, you're free to share the system with somebody else, right? And I really appreciate what you said, Alan, is that once we identify sometime, and I think we all have to come to that point, whether we've come to that point or not, I think that's what dimensional living helps us do, is identifying that no matter where we are, it could be a big box or a small box, we're in a box. And we have to identify what that is and say, is that the size of my world, or is my world actually bigger? And it's not building a bigger box. I like what you said, it's get out of the box. Crawl out of the box, right? There is no box, right? And the systems are going to help you do that. You're not going to get that through wishful thinking, but the cluster principle and the roller coaster principle, just a couple, and as you develop systems in business, will help you create more time for yourself, with less effort and better results and a better life balance. That's the BOS system, DNA of people, DNA of business, DNA of life.